Hello everyone, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com, and it is, what is it, Sunday, December 12th, 2010. I'm not really expecting a whole lot for next week or the week after. Until the end of this year, I think we're just going to have some chop. I don't see a lot going on. And I haven't heard any news or seen any fake prints or anything like that. So at this point, I'm thinking that with the POMO money that they're putting into the market, this market is just going to stay up, stay afloat, and that the big institutions are selling at this point. It's going to take them a few weeks to unload. So we should expect this weekly chart here to kind of chop around this area here for a while before it makes its final run up into the 1260 to 1280 area, about 11,800 on the Dow, again for a fake print. So if you actually looked at this, this looks very much like a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and we're going to have a wave 5. Now next week might be a pause week where I think we're going to go down in the Monday, Tuesday possibly, kind of shake out some of the longs because it's OPEX week. They don't want to pay the calls out either that they've sold, so they don't want to pay the calls or the puts, either one. They don't want to pay either one. So my thinking is that they'll go down a little bit, shake them out, maybe down to 1200, 1173. This low here is about the lowest I can see them going. If it goes past that, then they're going to hit 1150. I just don't think that that's going to happen. This market is so controlled and so manipulated right now. The most I think we could see for is just a dip down here, maybe to 1200, and then right back up and close with a hammer candle, basically. Maybe close. I don't know if it's going to close back up at 1250. Maybe close right here in between, right here in this area, and then continue going higher. So basically a pause-ish week, kind of, something like this maybe, down a little bit, then back up. I'm not expecting any wild swings, because it's an OPEX week. I'm expecting some swings, but not real wild, as in as far down as 1173. That would surprise me if we go down that far. I really kind of think they're just going to probably go down about 1200. But, we've been surprised before. I get surprised every time it keeps going up. But I do believe that they're going to back down a little bit and then kind of chop around the rest of the week. But eventually, like I said, this is going to go on up here and finally complete itself at wherever it's going to be. Wherever this matches up with the Dow's 11,800 print area. So as far as down here, as you can see, we are carving out a smaller tower here, basically, to make a negative divergence. And I think that's going to continue. I think it's going to work its way down the next few weeks of the year and into January. And January, it's going to slowly work its way down. At the same time this is going down, the market could be going up just a little bit till it finally reaches that fake print mid-January somewhere, or late January. It depends on how long this stretches out. That would allow this to kind of trade sideways here, maybe even touch each other, like over here, a little crisscross action or whatever, before it finally rolls over and heads back down to the downside. And then when that happens, of course, in January sometime, I think that's when we're going to be headed down to our downside fake print of 8,300 on the Dow. How fast we get there, I have no clue. I mean, but you can see how fast we fell here in 1, 2, 3 weeks when we finally hit that wave 3. Of course, that would have been wave 4 and then back down for wave 5. Well, no, actually, I'm sorry. This is wave 3. Inside of a 3, that'd be wave 4, 5. And that was a bigger wave 4, then finally at wave 5, if you count them all out. But anyway, I'm not going to sit here and count out the past. Everything's going to change. We all know that. But here on the daily chart, this is this really bugged me how manipulated this was, because this was this is the first time I've seen it go down in one wave, back up in a wave 2, and didn't have a wave 3 down. But it's very odd. That's clear manipulation, because even here we had a wave 1 down, back up for wave 2, and wave 3 down. Same thing here, wave 1 down, sideways for wave 2, down for wave 3, or ABCs. You can call these ABCs, whatever you want to call them. And same thing here. Here's a larger A wave, a B wave, and finally a C wave here. This is the first time that it didn't do it. I mean, pretty much, we didn't get any lower than this right here, so we basically didn't have a C wave. So, total manipulation. But you can tell that they are selling into this rally. This big candle right here was clearly huge distribution on that day. Regardless of the fact that they've got it gray, don't pay attention to that. That day closed down. As you can see, that was the black reversal candle there. And it was just the way it closed out, but it was clearly a distribution day. There's going to be more in the future. They're going to be, they should chop around here, but like I said, possibly come back down to 1200 range. 1173 is about as low as I can see it right now. But, you know, they should come down here next week and take out some of the, see, they left a gap right there. I see that gap. So that might be a sign that they're going to go back and fill that gap right there at that area. And that's just right above 1200, about 1205 or something. So that's a possibility they'll go. That tells you that they, you know, they're giving a signal that they're going to go back and fill that. When is the question? But I really think they're going to probably do it next week, and then maybe early Monday, Tuesday, and then rally back up the rest of the week. And that would kind of make sense with this being a fifth wave. Maybe this being the wave 1, and inside of this fifth wave. And what I'm counting from is basically about here, being a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, a big long wave 3, then a wave 4, and now we're going to a wave 5 up here to that 1260, 1280, wherever it matches up. It might be 1300, wherever it matches up to equal the Dow, the fake print is what I'm expecting. So we overlaid that. Kirsten overlaid that once for me in the past. It was somewhere between 1260 and 1280, but you know, that could change. That could change. Just like the ES is generally lower than the SPX, but right now they're the same. So you know, I don't know if the ES rose or the SPX fell down a little bit to where they equally matched each other. I don't know. But so that could change. So what we have to look at is the Dow. We're going to, and the DIA, which is the, you know, Diamond Trust for the Dow, just like the SPY is for the SPX. So that's what we're going to look at. When that reaches the 118.16 area, that's when we start looking over here and seeing where we're at here. But you know, it could be as high as 1280 very easily, or maybe even 1300. But anyway. So if we did this in a 5-wave move or something, it could go up and it may be down here a little bit to 1200, turn and go back up into a wave 3, maybe down, and maybe one more wave, and that would be it. And that would be into January. Again, here's 2011. There's the end of January, so somewhere in this time period, I expect this to be up around here to fulfill that fake print. And again, I'm just guessing at the number there. So, and this might do an ABC move up too. You know, with the Elliott wave, it's all subjection to this rule and that rule, and you know, it just sometimes just don't play out, folks. You know, you call this a what do you call that? I mean, it's just like a XYZ or who knows? I mean, so you can't base it on Elliott wave alone. You've got to base it on a combination of the charts first, and we know they're manipulated. Okay, we know that for sure. That's obvious. but you got to base based on the charts, the overbought and oversold, the amount of call options out there, put options, and bearishness, bullishness. Elliott Wave 2 is somewhat in there. You definitely got to throw in the fake prints because for a level that you're going to get, which commonly they hit fib levels too, Fibonacci levels, which is common. And you also got to throw in the news events and the politics of this. So there's so much to try to throw in there. The manipulation factor there is huge, and that's what really throws it out of sync and makes you just want to throw Elliott Wave out the window. Because it'd work in a perfect world, in a fair world, or in a fair market, but it does not work in a manipulated and controlled market like we are playing in. So anyway, as for that, that covers that. Now, let's see. One other thing I want to go over with, besides the charts here. Okay, what I wanted to go over here on my thoughts on Julian Assange and the leaks, WikiLeaks, that he has been putting out here, and that he has turned himself in, and that the charges on him are for rape of 2 women and all this crap. I don't believe a word of that. My opinion, the guy's a hero for putting the stuff out that he's done. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he might be being used by the Illuminati. I definitely think that that's a possibility. I think that his website maybe has been out for a while. I think it's 3 or 4 years old, and I think that possibly the Illuminati has sent him the information through some whistleblower that they controlled, and so I think that that information is going to be released around the time period that we hit our upside fake print. It's going to be geared towards Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, hence the fake prints that we have on them that basically show them going bankrupt pretty much. Like I think the one for Goldman is around, I don't know, 20 or 30, I can't remember now. It's deep down there. And then same thing with with JP Morgan. It's a deep sell-off on both of those. So JP Morgan likely will collapse because of a run on silver, a squeeze, and then as far as Goldman and the boys, they're going to probably just be put out to pasture, and they're going to be the scapegoat, as well as Julian Assange here. He'll be a scapegoat too. Whether or not he is part of it or not, I don't know. I think he's a hero right now for releasing the information that he's doing. If he is part of it, then maybe he broke away from it. Not all the Illuminati guys are bad guys. Maybe they once were good. They were once bad guys and they turned good guys. That happens. Just like sometimes good guys turn bad guys. Same thing. It's the same thing, folks. You can only go by his actions right now, and his actions right now are positive for us. The only thing negative that can come out of it is if the government basically uses this as some type of way to censor the internet. That is a fear that is out there. But we just got to hope that the people out there that are hackers, that are hacking MasterCard and PayPal and everybody else that's done WikiLeaks wrong, we can hope that they continue. And let's hope that they direct their efforts directly to the Federal Reserve Board and hack into that system and expose Bernanke and Geithner and Obama and Bush and Clinton, and more importantly, the people above them, which would be David Rockefeller, George Soros, Warren Buffett, and all the other gangster members of the Illuminati. There's a lot of good ones probably forced into it, and I feel sorry for them. They're born into the families, but there's a lot of good guys out there too. So I just wanted to go over my thoughts with that. So Anyway, guys, that's about it for now. Good luck, everyone, both bulls and bears. See you guys.